Hello again, everyone. Hope you are well on this Thursday afternoon. I don't believe most people are prepared for what is coming. I believe we are about to experience, at the very least, some economic pain before things hopefully start to turn around. I believe they will. I'm hopeful. I'm confident. I'm staying positive as far as long term. As far as long term, short term, I think we're going to see a lot of pain, at the very least economically. And so we have the prospect of a deepening recession / maybe into a depression, y'all. I really do. I think we have a debt bomb that is about to explode. I believe that it's going to be much worse than people think. They're not ready for it. Thanks in large part to the last 4 years of Weekend at Bernie's and a do-nothing Congress. Both sides spending money like there's no tomorrow. But I would put overwhelming majority of this on the last 4 years, y'all. About darn burnt the country down. If that's not enough, we have a deepening situation overseas with Europe, Middle East. These wars are ongoing. The average Joe I hear will probably tell you there's no war going on anyway, or they're just doing a little fighting. There are wars ongoing which have a potential, an increasing potential, to spiral quicker into a more widespread, into a global conflict that would directly affect us here in multiple ways. So, for that reason alone, I would say continue or amp up the preps. Before I forget, I have a terrific passage I'm going to share with you towards the end of this video, so stay tuned. It's a real good one. I have some other news items I'm going to share with you, some very interesting ones as well. You know, I'll go to that first. Trump has announced that 25% tariffs for all automobiles coming into the country, no matter what country they're coming from, into the U.S., no matter what country they're coming in from into the U.S. That's supposed to start here in a few days, first of the month. People are losing their minds over it. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking it's part of a strategy to bring more manufacturing here. It's working. It's starting to work. It'll make some prices go up for sure. Not just automobiles, but their parts as well. And it can hit other items too. I saw where, I got to mention this. This, y'all, you might get a laugh out of this. Talking about being butthurt on tariffs, y'all. Canada. Now, before I go any further, let me say, I know I have listeners, viewers from Canada. I consider y'all our brothers and sisters. I mean, really. This is not a knock on the people. I don't know about your leadership, though, but this prime minister, what is he, a prime minister maybe? Carney? Last name is Carney? I saw a thing a while ago where he said, talking about responding to the tariffs, he said, we will respond forcefully. Nothing is off the table to defend our workers and our economy here in Canada. He said, we will respond forcefully. What does that mean, sir? And nothing's off the table? What you gonna do? I mean, I think your Air Force has maybe, I don't know, one squadron? I don't know, maybe more than that. I might be exaggerating. Man, come on, man. He looked a little scared when he said it. I'm not joking. Anyway, I had to mention that one. Man. All right. Dang, dude. What you talking about? All options, nothing's off the table, as he said. Doge continues to find just ridiculous stuff. This came out a couple of days ago. nine-month-old babies, toddlers, getting loans for hundreds of thousands of dollars, among other things. And people want to protest that kind of thing, for them finding fraud, abuse, fraud, theft. The Tesla, which is related to this, Tesla attacks continue. FBI is saying they are treating these as domestic terrorism, as they should. FBI reports 48 incidences of Tesla-related attacks in March alone, y'all. They're vandalizing, attacking vehicles that aren't even Teslas that look like them. That's how idiotic these people are. Saw a video of somebody keying. They had a good look of her too. I hope they caught her keying. I can't remember. It wasn't a Tesla, but it looked like one. I think a Genesis, maybe. It was one of the electric vehicles. I don't know. But keying the mess out of that thing. Broad daylight too. Funny thing is, Tesla stock has been surging. Go figure, right? You're not hurting Elon with that for sure. But they need to get a handle on this. They need to treat them like domestic terrorists. Get a handle on this fast because it's going to increase. People are cheering this on. Can you imagine? Can you remember a time when we were more divided? I think we're meandering down a dangerous road if things don't settle down somehow. I truly believe that. As part of your preps, you need to keep preparing security-wise, self-defense, among other things. I'll go into that in a minute. We have a massive military buildup on the island of Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. It is like a giant floating island / stationary aircraft carrier. The United States is amassing B-2 bombers, among other aircraft. These are stealth bombers. Among others, C-17 huge cargo planes, these big Globemaster planes, aerial refueler airplanes as well. Now, you wouldn't go doing that unless you have specific plans to use them. We are in a war with Yemen, who is being controlled by the Houthis. It is ongoing. Many people do not even know this, but it is true. We're bombing the holy dog squeeze out of them right now. Repeatedly, fire at will kind of stuff. Bunker busters here all over the place. Heck, we've probably got people on the ground there. You know they do. You know we do. Now, this buildup on this island could be part of that, but also many believe that it is also a prep for strikes on Iran directly, because Iran funds Yemen Houthis, and they're under a deadline to do something about their to come to a deal as far as the nuclear weaponizations. They're gearing up for strikes on Iran. And no doubt about it, that's probably going to happen. It's just a matter of when. So we have that situation. We have the ongoing thing in the Middle East too, with Israel and everybody else. In Europe, the so-called ceasefire in the Black Sea has fallen apart. The other Western European countries continue to supply the Z-Man of Ukraine. And then, speaking of the Z-Man, the guy's delusional, came out yesterday saying that Putin is going to die soon. He's predicting that Putin will die soon and this will all be over. I don't know, he might know something we don't, but he might not. Even if Putin were to fall, that doesn't guarantee it's all over with. The next guy behind him might be 10 times worse hardline. I wonder if he's thought about that. And how does he know that Putin is going to drop? So you have that situation that could blow up at any moment. So you got multiple points in the world that are already hot. And then over there in the east, who's out there watching all this and quiet about it? China. Yeah, China. What do you think they would do if all this other stuff blows up? You think they're just going to sit idly by? By the way, Russia is also allied, has an alliance with Iran. That complicates matters. So does China. If I'm running China and all this other stuff goes up in flames and goes totally hot and widespread, why delay going on into Taiwan? I would. Be perfect opportunity. So we got also the economic struggle bus going on here. I believe, going back to that, I believe we need to keep preparing. We don't know how quickly that could really fall. I was reading a while ago, auto loan market is crazy, y'all. The auto loan debt has surpassed student loan debt, y'all, in the United States. It's estimated that total automobile loan debt out there in America is over $1.66 trillion owed on automobiles, y'all. 25% of people that you see driving around out here or anywhere are at least 2 months behind on their payments of their automobiles. Nothing else. I'm not talking about the power bill or credit cards. That's just autos. Can you imagine what it is for the credit cards? Rent, home, insurance, if they even have insurance. Unreal how many people walking around that I run into people that have no health insurance, never have had any health insurance, and don't seem to be concerned about it. I don't know. Maybe they're the smart ones. It's a big racket, right? I don't know. You tell me. Walmart shared that their share price dropped over 3% just recently. They lost $22 billion in valuation. Is being valued. And losing big time right now as far as it's a downward turn right now as far as United States consumer confidence. You got a lot of layoffs going on, especially in retail right now, all across a lot of industries. So the signs are not looking real good right now. Now, we can't predict exactly what's going to happen. They keep kicking the can down the road as far as the debt. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Sooner or later, something's going to give. So that's my thing is, so we got domestically, we got economic issues. Then we got the foreign, geopolitically, we got a lot of stuff, a lot of fires out there. So very good reason to keep up your preps, grow stuff, grow your food, grow what you can, what you're able to. Look at your water, stack extra of what you can, non-perishables, stack and stock your basics, your protein, your medicines, what you can, over-the-counter and medications that you can get. Our health, let's look at that. Stacking some extra cash on hand. Okay. Security, your self-defense, your health-related things, your pet food, fuel, if you can do that, if you can store it. Economic struggle bus has been here. People are saying it's coming. It's been here. A lot of people have been struggling for a while. I think it's going to deepen. Keep preparing. Definitely. Please do. I'm going to go to a passage on, what are we in? I think we're in 1 Peter. Let me look at this. First Peter? Still in First Peter. Yep. First Peter chapter 4. Make sure on that. Chapter 4, starting at verse 8. Above all, keep fervent in your love for one another, because love covers a multitude of sins. Be hospitable to one another without complaint. As each one has received a special gift, employ it in serving one another as good stewards of the multifaceted grace of God. I like the way this one translation puts the multifaceted grace of God. Ain't that the truth? We all have a special gift. How are we going to employ that? Have you been doing that? What is your special gift? If you have one, share it. Be interesting. Let's look after one another when we can. Especially those who are in need, especially ones close to us. Elderly, check on them. Can you help a neighbor? Even if it's just being kind and considerate and encouraging to them. Small things can do wonders, right? It really can. Share your thoughts. Let's stay in prayer. Stay close to Jesus. God bless y'all. I'll see you soon.